Let's discuss the so-called war on whistleblowers with someone who's certainly no stranger to this issue. In Washington, Sybil Edmonds, the founder of and president of the National Security Whistleblowers Coalition. Thanks for being with us. Where do you think the fine line between espionage, leaking information to an enemy, and simply revealing truths which the world deserves to know? Is Bradley Manning a hero or a criminal in your view?
Well, Bradley Manning is a hero, no doubt about it. And you have to look at this bigger picture here, because the intention here is not only to set an example out of Bradley Manning by punishing him, and this is without any due process, basically ignoring all his rights, both as U.S. citizens, but also as a military officers. They have not followed the process that is supposed to be at work here for supposed government whistleblower laws under government whistleblower protection laws. And another thing you're looking at is going beyond just setting an example by a punishment. This is also to set precedents. And this is what the American public and actually people around the world need to understand, because by setting precedents, they are showing, and they are not going to stop at with Bradley Manning or Julian Assange, or in my case with all the state secrets privilege invocation, 6 other whistleblowers who have been prosecuted, another journalist from New York Times who is still being prosecuted. So when you're looking at all these, you are seeing escalation. And with each case, whether it's Bradley Manning or Julian Assange or the recent whistleblowers who have faced indictments, you are seeing escalation. What they are doing is they are waiting to see what kind of reaction they are going to get from the public. And this is U.S. government, but also this applies to other governments. And with Assange case, it's going to be very interesting, because what here is going to be established is unprecedented. And with him, this precedent is going to be established. And this is going to apply to journalists, to other whistleblowers, to activists, and to media, to any kind of bloggers. This is just a test case, and if we as public fail, not support this case and fail in supporting and getting outrage and supporting these whistleblowers, we are going to see a far worse situation, not only with government whistleblowers, but also with journalists and bloggers and activists.
What do you think is in the stars, so to say, for Julian Assange? I mean, is his time numbered as a free man? Do you think he'll be extradited to Sweden? His lawyers have very little time to appeal last week's decision.
This is what it looks like, and unfortunately, as I said, it's not limited only to U.S. government, because you should also look at it as a rule of reciprocity. In the future, you're going to see other governments asking, one government asking another government to extradite someone who is a political activist, someone who may even be a political refugee. And again, it's very ironic. On one hand, we have U.S. State Department with Hillary Clinton that points finger at China and says, how dare you punish dissidents and jail them? And on the other hand, that's exactly what we are doing, and not only here nationally, now we are taking it on in a global scale.
There's also a troubling trend. The WikiLeaks founder contacts people he's been interviewing. Those featured on his program that we broadcast here in RT have recently been interrogated by FBI agents when trying to return from the States to France. Do you think this all of this might deter potential whistleblowers from coming forward with their stories or speaking openly?
Absolutely. It already has. My organization during Bush administration gathered more than 150 national whistleblowers, national security whistleblowers from Pentagon, from CIA, FBI, Department of Homeland Security. In the past 2-3 years, that has basically narrowed down to 1 or 2 whistleblowers in 2-3 years. I still get reports from government insiders, but they are saying with what they are seeing with the Obama administration, with all these cases and prosecutions, they are not going to come forward. And they're also seeking ways to make this information they have available, because they believe They believe that the American people has the right to know this information. This is not classifying some really necessary intelligence gathering methods. You're looking at classifying government criminal activities, government fraud, government waste, government abuse. And so, yes, it has deterred, and it has been deterring. And again, what they are doing, this intimidation tactic by the FBI, is not new. This was happening even in early 2000 under Bush administration with other government whistleblowers. It happened in my case when FBI visited people who were going to come forward to Congress and be witness to my case. These were senior FBI agents. So they are continuing. Actually, worse, they are escalating these types of intimidation tactics.
All right, Sybil Edmonds, founder and president of the National Security Whistleblowers Coalition, live from Washington.